DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Failed to pay a fine or appear in court? Safe surrender is a chance to resolve that matter. Plus, salmonella has been found in some bags of flour recently, what you need to know. And some Delawareans are about to see a hike in their water bills. Those stories and much more straight ahead on DETV News. Hello and welcome to DETV News. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks so much for being with us this evening. Delaware State Police say they responded to an attempted carjacking at Amazon's parking lot in Wilmington early Monday morning. The incident reportedly occurred when 38-year-old Daniel Russo of Wilmington approached a 29-year-old woman who was getting into her car after leaving the building. Police say Russo demanded that the woman give him her car, but when she refused, he allegedly tried to forcibly remove her from the car. After a brief struggle, she was able to shut the door and escape, and she alerted Amazon security. Russo has since been charged with attempted robbery and offensive touching, and he was released on his own recognizance. On Saturday afternoon, Newark police responded to a report of an injured dog in an apartment located on the 100 block of Thorn Lane. According to police, a friend of the apartment's resident had left her Yorkie in the apartment while the resident was away. Well, upon returning, the resident noticed that the dog was walking strangely and had a bruise on its body. Upon investigation, authorities found video evidence showing 25-year-old Sanaya Purcell of Marietta, Georgia, allegedly abusing the dog while it was under her care. An arrest warrant had been issued for her, charging her with animal cruelty. And Delaware courts report that there were 55,000 cases of outstanding capiases and warrants due to missed court appearances or unpaid traffic tickets at the end of the month of March. If you find yourself in this situation, you are not alone. However, there is a solution. Delaware Court's Safe Surrender Day will be held on Friday, May 12th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Leonard Williams Justice Center. People with an active warrant issued by Delaware courts or police will have the opportunity to resolve the matter. During safe surrender, individuals with a capias or arrest warrant can have the order dismissed once the issuing court or police agency has addressed the case. The event is called SAFE because it offers a voluntary and non-threatening way for individuals to turn themselves in without fear of retribution. While the courts do not guarantee amnesty, they say each person who attends will receive, quote, favorable consideration from the judges. Anyone who wants to check if they have an active capias or warrant for their arrest can call the number on your screen or check online at the DELJIS Wanted Person Review. Safe Surrender was last held in 2009, resolving more than 1,000 warrants in 3 days. This year's one-day event is expected to clear over 750 warrants. To consumer news now, a popular brand of flour in your cabinets may be contaminated with salmonella. The Food and Drug Administration has issued a warning that bags of certain gold medal flour may be affected. The recall includes both bleached and unbleached all-purpose flour with better if used by dates of March 27, 2024 and March 28th of 2024. The potentially contaminated flour is mainly found in 5 and 10 pound bags of gold medal unbleached all-purpose flour and then 2 and 5 pound bags of gold medal bleached all-purpose flour. Consumers who have purchased these products are of course advised not to eat, sell, or bake with them. Instead, they should simply throw them away or return them to the place of purchase. Additionally, areas that have come into contact with the contaminated flour need to be disinfected as well. Heads up Artesian Water customers, the company is seeking to increase their rates for the first time in 9 years. The company claims that inflation and changes in the operating and economic environment have increased the cost to provide drinking water and fire protection. According to a company press release, the average residential customer pays about $1.64 per day to meet all household water needs. And with the new proposed rates, the average customer would see an additional 22 cents per day on their bill. Artesian says that a settlement of about $10 million awarded to them due to past contamination of Artesian's well field significantly offsets the impact of the requested rate change. The rate increase request submitted by Artesian to the Delaware Public Service Commission includes a requested yearly review increase of about 24% or $17.5 million that will undergo review by the Public Service Commission and the Division of the Public Advocate. Artesian provides water and wastewater services throughout Delaware, covering a total service territory of just under 300 square miles. Accelerate, a nonprofit organization dedicated to making effective tutoring a standard feature in the American school day, has awarded Delaware with $1 million. The award is part of the organization's States Leading Recovery program, which is designed to help states address academic gaps. The funds will be used to integrate high-impact tutoring into the standard school day within the next academic year. Delaware received the grant after participating in a competitive application process among other states. The state will use the funds to provide early literacy tutoring to students in grades K through 3. Along with the funds, Accelerate will provide implementation support to all grantees. The ACLU of Delaware is taking action to encourage greater participation in the upcoming school board elections due to low voter turnout. The Delaware Voting Rights Coalition is launching a campaign that includes a voter guide filled with candidate information and options available for voters, as well as key issues surrounding the school board. Constituents will be able to learn more about candidate platforms as well. According to Helen Salada, campaign manager with the ACLU, the community as a whole will benefit from this initiative because local elections have a greater impact on day-to-day life versus federal elections. The school board elections are Tuesday, May 9th. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. To find the polling places in your school district, visit the Delaware Department of Elections School Board website and click on your school district. You can vote at any polling location in your school district. And big congratulations are in order to a school counselor at Anna P. Mote Elementary School. Kristen Nye has been named the 2023 Delaware School Counselor of the Year. The award was presented to Kristen by the Delaware School Counselor Association during its annual spring conference. Take a look at how Kristen inspires her students every day.
Mrs. Nye is our counselor here at Mote. And some of the words that I would use to explain her are caring, funny.
She's a leader.
Sweet, she's nice, and she's very pretty.
Kristen has a very calm sense about her, even when there's something happening that is pretty stressful in the school building.
We really try to be as trauma responsive as we possibly can, and utilizing brain science and how the brain regulates itself to inform our interventions makes this a really unique place to be.
What I love about Kristen is she is always thinking of ways to kind of innovate. We have a lot more students to see more frequently. She's come up with a form that the kids can come and go in on their own and they can advocate for themselves.
And it's purely relationship building, fun, and they want to. They want to give up their lunch or recess to come hang out in here. And I think it goes such a long way into normalizing mental health and making it okay to not be okay.
She's always taking trainings. She's always providing new resources. She's always just building upon what she's already given us and giving everybody new resources and opportunities.
Kristen is the head of our problem-solving team, where teachers will just ask for a little bit more support on handling a student both academically and emotionally, behaviorally. And we collaborate every Tuesday with teachers to give them resources and strategies to use that best help them.
Kristen is one of our lead counselors for elementary school. She's part of the team that plans and implements professional development for the district-wide counselors. So she is always somebody who steps up and says, yeah, I'm willing to do this.
So many of our students, especially in the last 3 years, have really struggled with social interaction and emotion regulation, that bringing in breathing techniques, doing guided meditations with them, just really getting themselves to a place where they can feel comfortable in their own skin has been the shift the last few years.
Governor John Carney has extended the application period for the student seat on the State Board of Education until this Friday, May 5th. Interested students can apply for the seat online, which was first appointed in 2019. The governor said it's important that Delaware students have a seat at the table when we make big decisions that impact schools in our state. The students selected must be a Delaware resident and enrolled in 11th or 12th grade at a Delaware public school next academic year, and they will serve as a non-voting member on the board. The non-voting student seat was created by the General Assembly in 2018 with the passage of House Bill 455. And before we sign off this evening, some big news in the world of rock and roll. Aerosmith is gearing up for their final tour after more than 50 years together. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band announced on Monday the dates for their farewell tour named Peace Out. It'll start September 2nd in Philadelphia. The tour will consist of 40 dates and will end in January. The band will play with special guest the Black Crowes to kick off the tour in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center. Aerosmith fans may want to know that drummer Joey Kramer is not joining the band for the upcoming tour due to personal reasons, but the band says he's very much still a part of the group. Drummer John Douglas will fill in for him on the tour. The band may add more dates domestically and internationally before the tour concludes, but guitarist Joe Perry said it's absolutely their final farewell tour.
And if you think we're joking, dream on.
And there you have it. That's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. We thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow us all across our favorite social media platforms and take a look at our website. That's detvch.com. With tonight's news, I'm Matt Ford. I'll see you again tomorrow.